It has already changed.
Story.
It has already changed. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that evening because I was totally surprised, Cass. I was totally surprised, Pamela, when Dr. Samantha called
I
at
was
three
too.
seven. I'm like, what in the world? I'm
Because
what
what
the
the world?
that night because it's like, what in the world? And standing
What in the world?
so, Cass, for you, what did you feel? What was going on in your mind, through your veins, through your body that night? Because I think we need to go
Well,
back.
I think initially I was like, oh, that's the setup. And then
Say more about that. Say more about that. This is the setup.
well, because just out of the blue, she
Right.
just did it.
Right.
I didn't know what when I heard my name, it's like, okay. I didn't know what to expect. Then as I proceeded up to you all, I felt unworthy.
Exercise patience right now. I'm naming it. I'm exercising patience. Okay, please.
Yeah. And
Yes.
I said, my God, I'm standing on the shoulder of elders. And then as I stood there, my son spirit came upon me with, what did I expect? That is who I am. And at that point, I think it was at some point I went and tried to hug you both. And I lost my mother at 19. But at that point, I became Dorothy's daughter. And here I stood, blocked out everything else.
Yes.
But I stood there with my mother.
Mhm. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
And at that point, it was, this is who she raised me to be.
Yes.
So for me, it went from not worthy to standing with my son's spirit to now embracing my mother through all of you with who I'm becoming. So I think for me, yeah, that's kind of, and I've never articulated it. Wow. But that's the energy I walked away with. I stood with, and then embraced even the more, because not realizing that I had a given role and responsibility that God had entrusted me with my other cohort members.
Yes.
And on many different levels, I played that role out, not knowing I was playing that role out. I was just doing what it is he's put in me. So that night brought it full circle. And I knew mommy was proud at that moment.
Wow.
And at the beginning of my dissertation, I write a letter to my mother. I don't know, have we seen each other's dissertations? So the beginning part of my dissertation, I write a letter to my mother, dear mommy. And I'm having a conversation with her through my childhood, through where I'm at, to the different things I experienced. So again, it brought it back. It brought closure, and yet it began a new chapter. So for me, this is part of that